Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. As always, likes, comments, and subscribes are always very much appreciated, and they do help out the channel's algorithm. Welcome back for another News I Missed, where I go over news I missed. And without further ado, let's jump right into it, into the continuing saga of we are not going to get one, but gosh darn it, they're still trying. Digital asset manager Grayscale has launched a new effort to get the approval from the US SEC for a Bitcoin ETF. As the year 2020 is passing by, the call for a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund is also on the rise. Experts believe that sooner or later, I'm expecting the year 2028, that one of these will finally make its way to Wall Street. According to a report, Grayscale wrote a letter, to the commission focusing on the legal technicalities to boost up its request. The asset manager is looking to convert its $40 billion worth of Bitcoin in their Grayscale fund into an exchange-traded fund. Grayscale's move has come amid a time when the commission is having a discussion over exchange-traded funds futures. There we go. However, the decision over Grayscale's request can come out anytime in July. Usually, I talked about this before, the way that it works with the US SEC, because, special, is that they look at your paperwork. They always say, oh no, we need more time to look at your paperwork. And then they give it another 4 months and they go, well, your paperwork has been rejected. The last that we heard from Grayscale versus the US SEC was that allegedly somebody went on to CNBC and was like, hey, yeah, we've thought about legal action. And then the other part is that their lawyers a couple days ago were like, yeah, we're thinking about legal action because it just seems a little bit overdue. But I didn't know that writing a letter was such a powerful thing. I wish them all the best. I would love to see what that letter said. I wonder if it was like really professional or was it like, baby, please, come on, please give me a little, something along that line. I just really wonder what was written in there. And then also like receiving said letter at the SEC, like, wow, these people are desperate, but they got to have one eventually sometime soon. I still do not think that the US SEC is going to be approving. If the US SEC approves Grayscale's transition from their already ETF like fund into an actual ETF, expect a $300,000 Bitcoin because you know. So that's the Grayscale wrote a letter in a in a new move. I mean, listen, if you can't threaten legal action, you got to be like, listen, I'm going to write you a letter, very strongly worded letter, just to figure out exactly what I got to do because, yeah. That's the Grayscale wrote a letter to the US SEC news. And let's move on. Also in the news, the soccer club Tigres, the delivery platform Rappi, and the jewelry distributor SFL Maven are the latest entities to adopt Bitcoin as a means of payment. One of the most successful soccer clubs in Mexico, Tigres, partnered with Bitso to enable fans to purchase tickets in BTC. The latest cryptocurrency adoption does not end there, as the leading delivery platform in South America, Rappi, and the renowned provider of jewelry and precious metals, SFL Maven, revealed the same intention. 7-time champion of Mexico's premier soccer league, Tigres, disclosed it collaborated with Bitso, a major cryptocurrency exchange in Latin America, I would assume so, in Boletomobile, got it, a platform for purchasing tickets to allow its fans to buy passes for matches and entertainment events in Bitcoin. The initiative will see the light of day this weekend when the team faces its biggest rival, America. Wow. Daniel Fogel, Co-founder and CEO of Bitso, said his company's main goal is to make digital assets usable for all people. The partnership with Tigres will enhance the daily empowerment of cryptocurrencies and sporting events. That was a cringy sentence. Cool, yeah! Always happens all the time. The first couple of teams that... my arm like punched towards the computer screen. I don't know what kind of optimism that is. For those of you who remember, I think the first person team... I think they were an NFLer, an NFL star in the States. And then it was somebody from a baseball team. Then it was an entire NFL team. And then it was a UFC person, kickboxer, I believe it was, who said they were also taking their paycheck in Bitcoin. They liked Bitcoin. And then we had an entire football team, don't remember the name of what they're called, who announced that they were also going to be adopting Bitcoin somewhere in the States for their fans to be able to buy merchandise and also cups and food and tickets and box tickets, like the box seats, like the higher up stadium seats, like whatever, also for Bitcoin. So as you know, suspected, this is going to spread everywhere. Everyone, or rather people who have gone over the metrics with their banks, realize that this could be a major windfall. And I think still, a lot of times when we hear that these companies are accepting Bitcoin, it's because they're trying to accumulate more Bitcoin, sometimes at the expense of the previous Bitcoin holder. Will people be spending tons of money on these tickets? I don't think so. Just in general, once again, I do not think we are... It's nice, listen, it's nice that in the future we'll be able to buy whatever we want with Bitcoin, but I don't think people are going to be spending any Bitcoin until we get to around $250,000 to $500,000 Bitcoin. Because once again, nobody wants to be the pizza guy. Sorry, pizza guy. I know I keep talking about you. I'm so sorry, but you have made the rest of us more cautious when it comes to selling our crypto. That's the Mexican soccer giant Tigres is going to be adding Bitcoin, as is Rappi, and also you'll be able to buy precious metals and jewelry with Bitcoin as well. Whether you're going to do it now, I don't know, but you have the option. Alrighty. Let's move on. Next up, Bitcoin's hash rate tapped a new all-time high this weekend, reaching 271.19 exahashes per second. Wait till you see the actual, like, what the number looks like. April 23rd at block height 733,197. Currently, the computational power is coasting along 233 exahashes, with a network difficulty change expected on the 27th of April. The processing power that confirms transactions and secures the Bitcoin network has reached a new all-time high. Like, the number looks ridiculous. The hash rate touched 271 exahashes. This is what it looks like. It's 100, 1,000, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. Is this exahillion? I always thought it was sanctillion. 100,000, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion. I'm going to say sanctillion. Is it? I don't know. Per second, Bitcoin's hash power has never been higher than this point in history, and since block height 717,696 on the 8th of January, the hash rate's record is an increase of 58% since then. That's actually completely insane. These are these moments that we've had before in the past usually give way to a Bitcoin price explosion. Why? The idea is, as more people continue to turn on their computadoras in an idea that Bitcoin's price could go higher, they turn their machines on to gather more Bitcoin, and then the hash rate goes higher because more people are accumulating. I didn't really explain that too well. The idea basically is, if people are turning on their computers and leaving them on to mine Bitcoin, it's because they have faith that they want to accumulate now before a future price surge happens. And when we see tons of people turning on their computers, it means that there's a gigantic amount of renewed hope in the market. We went over one of those charts before. This was a couple of weeks ago when we had previously once again nearly hit a new all-time high. I'm like flailing my arms around in this room. And it has to do with that idea. Historically, we have seen that if Bitcoin's hash rate, Ethereum's hash rate, any other coin's hash rate is surging, it's because people around the world are plugging in to be able to get a piece of those sweet, sweet Satoshis. So yeah, going to throw this out there. Feeling like we should be a little bit higher in price, but it's okay. We'll get there eventually. I'm trying to remain patient, as a lot of people keep screaming at me on Twitter to do. I'm trying my best. I'm just a human. I'm also trying to make money. Anyway, that's the Bitcoin hash rate has surged, and there is an arm holding up weights with Bitcoin on them. I don't really know what's going on, but you keep at it, Bitcoin. Alrighty. Let's move on. Also in the news, Kraken, one of the largest crypto exchanges on the planet, gained approval to operate in Abu Dhabi. On Monday, the exchange joins a widespread push into the Middle East amid growing adoption in the region. The move was revealed in an announcement by Abu Dhabi's Market Registration Authority. Can't read. The exchange is the first to receive a license to operate a regulated digital asset exchange from Abu Dhabi Global Market Financial Center, the regulator said. This news sounds familiar? It's not, or kind of something like it. Last week we had news that Binance had, I believe, moved into Dubai, and then we had news that another cryptocurrency exchange had moved into Bahrain, I believe it was. I think that was the kind of news. So this is another section of the UAE where they're also doing all the business. The move comes amid increased efforts by the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, to become the next crypto capital. Abu Dhabi had in 2018 passed crypto-friendly regulation, inviting ventures by several major crypto players. Remember when we had news? Sorry for screaming. Like, remember when we had news a couple of years ago, and I was like, because what do you call it? Switzerland was one of the major players in the cryptocurrency space. They released regulations, told how much people had to be paid or taxed. They were allowing all these cryptocurrency exchanges. All these businesses were moving there. I think even the first iteration of Facebook's digital coin company Libra also was in Switzerland. Everyone was kind of moving there, and I was like, because they know how to make money. All you got to do is say, here are the rules, and everyone kind of flows to you. So this is what the UAE is doing. I'm surprised that it actually took them so long to actually get to here, but I mean, they are at least momentarily light years ahead of the US. I'm expecting the UAE to remain very rich. If you've never watched a documentary on how the UAE made their money and how they're currently still making it and future prospects for money, I had a friend who was in Dubai a couple of months ago for some event. I don't know what it was. And he told me like the amount of building that's being done there and the amount of efforts that they have to get away from their previous way of making money, which was mainly by petrol and petrol exports, is gigantic. They understand that, petrol will not last forever as a market, and therefore it's time to get into something new. I would not be shocked if it ends up being the UAE, parts of Europe, parts of Southeast Asia, and parts of Latin America that really become like the crypto havens of the future. I would not be shocked at all. So that's the Kraken is moving on into Abu Dhabi news. Really funny because you remember I don't make fun of them, but a lot of times I always make sure to mention whenever what do you call them? Binance is buying up everything. They're expanding into everywhere. Someone must have heard me making fun of, not making fun of once again, but Kraken and Coinbase. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, start expanding. Somebody heard me because there's a lot of expansion news. Anyway, that's the Kraken Abu Dhabi expansion on Monday news, and let's move on. See, somebody definitely heard me. Coinbase plans to acquire the Turkish cryptocurrency exchange BTC Turk And apparently it'll cost him around $3.2 billion. BTC Turk is a Turkish-based cryptocurrency exchange, logically, established in 2013. Wow. Having headquarters, I wonder how early they were buying up Bitcoin. Headquartered in Istanbul and possesses a portfolio of, that's not really a portfolio, but they have around 4.5 million customers on their platform. According to the news highlighted by Turkish media channels, Coinbase could complete the BTC Turk purchase deal with a cash value above $3 billion in a short, this is worded very weirdly, in a short period. It reads like it was written in another language and then it's been translated like through Google Translate. As per reports, BTC Turk is on the radar of Coinbase, and Coinbase could become a prominent crypto investor in Turkey. The officials engaged in the subject business deal reported that Coinbase might spend shares in cash to own the BTC Turk exchange. I don't want to read any more of this. It's giving me a headache. It's worded completely. It's horribly. The point is, yeah. Surprise / no surprise. I expected all major cryptocurrency exchanges would just be doing exactly what Binance has been doing, who's basically been buying up every single company around them. It just makes a lot of sense, especially in countries where inflation is kind of high and a lot of people seem to be trying to get out of the old system. So it makes sense that they would be buying up other companies kind of thing. One, expect inflation to continue rising. Two, expect crypto adoption to, really move up in the next couple of years. If you haven't been having inflation discussions with your friends, I mean, talk about depressing. Me and my friends were sitting there before. I'll be honest with you. We were discussing like making money. How much money we make, how much more money we would like to make, passive income streams, blah, 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 blah. And we went over the idea of like what inflation actually means and how even now in our investments, we see that inflation has gone up higher. So we're trying even more to completely outpace it as best we can. And then it's kind of like all the other people who aren't into crypto and aren't investing, they can't outrun inflation, and wages haven't gone up. And anyway. That's the Coinbase is allegedly going to be acquiring BTC Turk for $3.2 billion. If or when this what is it? Acquisition? I think it's acquisition. Is that a word? When this purchase does take place, we will definitely be hearing about it. I wish there was like a map of all the places all the cryptocurrency exchanges were now, because I feel like it's filling out quite quickly. And they're going to, basically own the world. So you gotta. Alrighty, that's the Coinbase news. And two hands shaking in a photo, which means business was just done. And let's move on. Yeah, I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having. There's a Bored Ape in that one. Oh, there's also a Pixel guy. What are they called? Pixel Ape Men. Pixel buddies? Crypto punks. Pixel buddies. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, or great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.